guys. I can't even spell. Hold on, wait. Oh my gosh. Okay, I had a hard time. I didn't understand. Shalom, Shabbat. Oh, it's not Shabbat. Oh my gosh. It's Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday. I'm so used to saying Shabbat Shalom. Shalom. It's Wednesday. Praise Yahuah. My name is Yannah of Yashar'al. Praise Yahuah. And I'm here on another Wednesday to read the Bible, the word of Yahuah, to you guys and to myself. Praise Abba Yah. Before I get started, I'm just going to do a prayer, and I should have prayed before. Shalom, guys. You guys just popped in. Shalom. I hope it's not a delay. I had a hard time getting on. I think I wasn't that late, though, today. I have my pajamas on because it's dark outside. Let me see if I need this light. Okay, we needed the light. Okay, what was I saying? Hope I don't mess this up. Shalom, Tessa. Shalom, Joey. Shalom, Jaela. Shalom. It might be a little bit of a delay. I felt like, let me see. Yeah, it might be a little bit of a delay. Shalom, Kings and Queens Coaching Group. Shalom, shalom. I kind of like this. Well, let me ask y'all, how is y'all week going? How's y'all week been so far? Adjust this. How's everybody's week been? Shalom, Mashaya. Yeah. I got my blanket because I was like, it's it's the evening and I got a drink too. I got some sour sop juice. So not a drink because I don't drink anymore. But I kind of feel like it's late, so I was like, I'll just put my pajamas on for these Wednesday night lives because where am I going, So I just put my pajamas on. How's everybody's week going so far or been? My hair's stuck. Good, okay. Praise Yahuah. Okay. Yeah, I like these Wednesday readings because I just felt like I think I've told y'all this before. Jaela said, my week has been good so far besides me struggling to get out of bed when my alarm goes off. Yeah. It can be shocking. The alarm can be shocking sometimes to your body, I think. Joey Jumper Cable says it's going well. That's good. My week is it started off kind of rough because I felt like I was being attacked spiritually. I felt like I have been being attacked in the beginning of the week. The enemy definitely be attacking all of us. Yes, it's hump day. And even I think I did okay being on time today, but the enemy was attacking me. You all know how it is. He'll tell you need to just shut up, don't say anything. Nobody cares what you have to say. Try to attack your health, try to attack your family, try to attack, anything, So that's how it was in the beginning of the week. But I think it's important to just remember, I'm trying to adjust this thing, y'all. I think it's important to remember that or always meditate on the fact that the Father loves us and meditate on his word because the enemy is constantly trying to, sorry for all the movement, y'all. The enemy is always trying to make us worry about things and magnify things and make us think that we're not good enough, even though we're, again, we don't deserve anything, we are saved again not by our works. We're saved because of Yahuah loving us, because of what Yahusha did for us, So Jaela said, yeah, I try to even use soft instrumentals. Yeah, I don't like loud alarms. Yeah, I think it's jolting to the body. If it might be better, something I'm trying to do is to get to sleep earlier. Shalom. Yakuba, did I say that right? Yikwaba, I think. Y'all, we all learning this language. I don't know. We try our best. But shalom, brother. Um, Tessa says, yeah, like in the book of Adam and Hua, the enemy never left them alone. He kept messing with them. Yeah, and that's what happens now. Like we can like okay, I'll try to be real honest with y'all. I make these videos and I know Yahuah put this on me, like he gave me this, and this is not something I asked for, and I've said this before, like I didn't ask the Father, like I didn't seek to do this, but this is what Yahuah wanted, me to do. He wants all of us to, spread his Basora and stuff, but this is what he had planned for my life, right? So the enemy comes sometimes, or has been trying to come lately, and kind of say things like I said, oh, don't nobody care what you got to say, you need to just stop, doing this and stuff like that. But I know it's Satan, because everybody with breath, if they can, should be serving the Father in some way, shape, or form. So I understand that, okay? I understand that we're here to serve the Father, but the enemy does not want us to serve Yahuah. And this battle, of course, we know the gate is narrow and difficult. I mean, the way is narrow and it's difficult, So, yeah, second one, okay. Yeah, Yikwaba, I think. I hope I said that right again. But yeah, I really appreciate y'all. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep praying. But that's something that I've been struggling with this last couple of days, because the enemy, like my brother, suffers from demonic oppression, with depression, and it's really bad to the point where he don't take care of himself, like his hygiene and stuff, and he got really bad health. And the enemy tried to tell me like I'm a bad sister, because told me well, I don't think this was Yahuah, like, oh, you should fast for 40 days straight. And I'm like, it was just like stuff, y'all know I can hear them sometimes, like, but I'm like praying, but trying to get me to become afraid for my brother, And I said, like in the book of Dan, it says when fear, what is it? That's like one of my favorite scriptures. When the heart becomes perturbed, which is thrown into confusion and stuff, right? Then Yahuah withdraws from it, and Satan like takes over, basically. So we don't want to be stuck in fear. We don't want to be worry, we don't want to have anxiety and stuff like that. So that's, y'all know. And we had did our fast in the beginning of the week, and I felt like they was really bothering me. Yeah. Yes, perfect love casts out all fear. So that's why I had to, just be reminded, or y'all will reminded me that he has my brother. He's still alive. He's, I can pray for him. The prayers of the Kodashim availeth much. So just pray for people. Like if y'all have anybody who has, I believe that depression is demons, for real. And I know you got the healthcare system, and they're like, it's different things, but I do believe that they are demons. So demonic oppression. Because one time I had called my brother, I texted him, and then he called me. And then right after I got off the phone with him, I heard all these screaming voices, demons cursing me out, calling me names. And I was like, yeah, I was like, what? Why am I hearing this? And then I heard like brother, like it was because I was talking to my brother, and he wanted me to pray for my brother. So then I prayed for my brother, and they stopped. The voices had stopped. So I'm fixing the phone, guys. I'm sorry. But anyways, I say all that to say, the enemy be trying and working and trying to make us think that all kinds of stuff. Joey Jumper Caver said, I think all disease, mental and otherwise, is spiritual. It is. I agree with you. It really is. And that's what I think. I know Satan just wants us to agree, like subscribe to his lies. So that's why, we fight the enemy with the word, with scripture. We can't agree to Satan's lies, because when we do that, that's how people get tricked and, die early and stuff like that, because they got tricked by Satan. That's how, how we're about, we read or we're about to read some more of Adam and Eve, or Adam and Hua. Satan be working, y'all. these demons be working, and we cannot have our guard down. We gotta always go to the Father, because they are really they doing their job. That's all I'm gonna say, is they doing their job. Every nap is his head. Yes, it's counted, sister. Yeah. Oh yeah. What is this? Add a Q&A sticker. What is YouTube doing? Little things popping up in my face. Yes, they are demons. They are demons, Miss Shaya. Yeah. So we have to be, even with our kids and stuff. Like, I know one time my son was like going through something, but I could see this demon like in the room when something was happening. We got into this really long thing of like him complaining, but I could see a demon in the room, because I was like, this is a demonic attack, pretty much. So anyways, we're gonna be okay in the name of Yahusha HaMashiach. And then I had to tell myself today, or maybe y'all was reminding me, hey, you're just reading the word, like the Ruach Kodesh is our teacher. I'm just reading to y'all. It's not, I heard it's not anything difficult. Just read to them and talk to them, because the enemy really just don't want me. I remember one time the devil said to me, when he was acting like Yahuah, Friday's going to be your last video, because he don't want me doing this. He don't want none of us doing anything for Yahuah. They are very angry that they don't get redemption. They're angry because they're just the hater of all that is good, y'all. So anyways, yeah, I guess we'll what did he say? Yekwaba says I heard something like that before, about 9 years ago. Yeah. This is definitely a journey, and we need Yahuah. We need the Father. We need him for sure. So I guess I'll read now. Hope you guys, I'll pray before we leave. Like a little collective prayer. Grand Rising. Yes. Yes, Grand Rising. Yeah. Thank you. Is it Deborah? Is that how you say it? Or just Deborah? Deborah. Grand Rising, sister. Okay. Shalom. Shalom. Terrence. Shalom. Okay, I'm gonna get started reading, guys. Welcome. I hope I got something to drink, so I hope I don't get all dry mouth. Okay, so last week I read 1 to 13, and I really like this book. So I'm gonna pick up, I think, at 14. So if you want to hear, me read 1 through 13, then it's another video with me reading 1 through 13, excuse me. All right, here we go, guys. Hold on, y'all. I'm off. Okay. All right, here we go. Yahuah, thank you. Help us to understand, and just help us to relax. Help me to relax, Yahuah. Thank you. All right. Then Adam said to Yahuah, "Oh Yahuah, take my soul and let me not see this gloom anymore, or remove me to some place where there is no darkness." But Yahuah said to Adam, "I say to you, indeed, this darkness will pass from you every day. I have determined for you until the fulfillment of my covenant, when I will save you and bring you back again into the garden and into the house of light you long for, in which there is no darkness. I will bring you to it in the reign of the Shamayim." Again, Yahuah said to Adam, "All this misery that you have been made to take on yourself because of your transgression will not free you from the hand of Satan, and it will not save you. But I will." Whoa. When my son shall come down from the Shamayim and shall become flesh of your descendants, and take on himself the infirmity from which you suffer, then the darkness that covered you in the cave shall cover shall cover him in the grave, when he is the flesh of your descendants. And he who is without years shall be subject to the reckoning of years, of times, of months, and of days, and he shall be reckoned as one of the sons of men in order to save you. And Yahuah ceased to commune with Adam. Then Adam and Yahuah cried and were sorrowful because of Yahuah's word to them, that they should not return to the garden until the fulfillment of the days decreed to them. But mostly because Yahuah had told them that his ben should suffer for their deliverance. After this, Adam and Yahuah continued to stand in their cave, praying and crying until the morning dawned on them. And when they saw the light return to them, they refrained from being afraid and strengthened their hearts. Then Adam came out of the cave, and when he came to the mouth of it and stood and turned his face towards the east and saw the sunrise in glowing rays and felt the heat thereof on his body, he was afraid of it and thought in his heart that his flame came forth to plague him. Excuse me, guys. He then cried and beat his chest and fell on the ground on his face and made his appeal, saying, O Yahuah, plague me not, neither consume me, nor yet take away my life from the earth. For he thought the sun was Yahuah. Wow. Because while he was in the garden and heard the voice of Yahuah and the sound he made in the garden and feared him. Yes, and heard the sound he made in the garden and feared him. Adam never saw the brilliant light of the sun, neither did its flaming heat touch his body. Therefore he was afraid of the sun when flaming rays of it reached him. He thought Yahuah meant to plague him with it all the days he had decreed for him. Oh my goodness, that's so scary. For Adam also said in his thoughts that Yahuah did not plague them with darkness, but he had caused the sun to rise and to plague them with burning heat. So that's what he thought the sun was there for. Wow. But while he was thinking like this in his heart, the word of Yahuah came to him and said, Adam, get up on your feet. This sun is not Yahuah, but it has been created to give light by day, that I spoke to you about in the cave, saying the dawn would come and there would be light by day. But I am Yahuah, whom comforted you in the night. And Yahuah ceased to commune with him. Then Adam and Yahuah came out. Yes, then Adam and Yahuah came out at the mouth of the cave and went toward the garden. But as they went near the western gate from which Satan came when he deceived Adam and Yahuah, they found the serpent that became Satan coming at the gate, and it was sorrowfully licking the dust and wiggling on its breast on the ground because of the curse that fell on it from Yahuah. Before the curse, the serpent was the most exalted of all beasts. Now it was changed and became slippery and the meanest of them all. And it crept on its beast and breast, y'all, and went on its belly. Before it was the fairest of all beasts. It had been changed and became the most ugly of them all. Instead of feeding on the best food, now it turned to eat the dust. Instead of living as before in the best places, now it lived in the dust. It had been the most beautiful of all beasts, and all stood speechless at its beauty. It was now abhorred of them. And again, whereas it lived in a beautiful home to which all other animals came from everywhere, and where it drank, they drank also of the same. Now, after it had become venomous by reason of Yahuah's curse, all beasts fled from its home. Turning the page. And would not drink of the water it drank, but fled from it. So now it had become like an abomination, y'all. When the accursed serpent saw Adam and Hua, it swelled its head, stood on its tail. Wow. And with eyes blood red, super angry. It acted like it would kill them. It made straight for Hua and ran after her while Adam stood by and yelled because he had no stick in his hand with which to hit the serpent and did not know how to put it to death. But with a heart burning for Hua, oh, he loved her, Adam approached the serpent and held it by the tail. When it turned towards him, he said to it, "Oh, Adam, because of you and Hua, I am slippery." Now he wants pity, y'all. "And go on my belly." Then, with its great strength, it threw down Adam and Hua and squeezed them and tried to kill them, y'all. But Yahuah sent a messenger who threw the serpent away from them and raised them up. Then the word of Yahuah came to the serpent and said to it, "The first time I made you slick and made you to go on your belly, but I did not deprive you of speech. This time, however, you will be mute, and you and your race will speak no more because the time my creatures were ruined because of you. And this time you tried to kill them." Then the serpent was struck mute, and it was no longer able to speak. And a wind blew down from the Shamayim by the command of Yahuah, and carried away the serpent from Adam and Hua, and threw it on the seashore where it landed in India, specifically India. India is very, very old, though, so interesting. But Adam and Hua cried. Well, all this land's been here, though. So what am I talking about? But they changed the names and stuff. Shalom Chanel. They changed the names, and y'all know what is his name? Alexander the Great went around and made everything Greek and changed all the names and stuff. Okay. But Adam and Hua cried before Yahuah, and Adam said to him, "Oh, Yahuah, when I was in the cave, I said this to you. Yahuah, the beasts of the field would rise and devour me and cut off my life from the earth." Then Adam, because of what had happened to him, beat his chest and fell on the ground like a corpse. Then the word of Yahuah came to him, who raised him and said to him, "O Adam, not one of these beasts will be able to hurt you, because I have made the beasts and other moving things come to you in the cave. I did not let the serpent come with them, because it might have risen against you and made you tremble, and the fear of it should fall into your hearts. I knew that the accursed one is wicked. Therefore, I would not let it come near you with the other beasts. But now strengthen your heart and fear not. I am with you to the end of the days I have determined for you." Then Adam cried and said, "O Yahuah, take us away to some other place where the serpent cannot come near us again and rise against us. For I fear that it might find your handmaid Hua alone and kill her, for its eyes are hideous and evil." But Yahuah said to Adam and Hua, "Don't be afraid. From now on, I will not let it come near you. I have driven it away from you and from this mountain. I will not leave in it the ability to hurt you." Wow. Then Adam and Hua worshiped before Yahuah and gave him thanks and praised him for having delivered them from death. Yes. Then Adam and Hua went in search of the garden, and the heat beat like a flame on their faces, and they sweated from the heat, and they cried before Yahuah. But the place where they cried was close to a high mountain top that faced the western gate of the garden. Then Adam threw himself down from the top of the mountain. His face was torn and his flesh was ripped, and he lost much of his blood and was close to death. Meanwhile, Yahuah remained standing on the mountain, crying over him, lying as he was. And she said, I don't wish to live after him, for all that he did to himself was because of me. Then she threw herself after him and was torn and ripped by stones and remained lying as dead. But the merciful Yahuah, who looks over his creatures, looked at Adam and Hua as they lay dead. And he sent his word to them, capital W, and raised them, and said to Adam, O Adam, all this misery which you have brought on yourself will have no effect on my ruling, neither will it alter the covenant of the 5,500 years. Then Adam said to Yahuah, I dry up in the heat. I am faint from walking, and I don't want to be in this world. And I don't know when you will let me rest and take me out of it. Then Yahuah said to him, O Adam, it cannot be now, not until you have ended your days. Then I shall bring you out of this miserable land. And Adam said to Yahuah, Why, while I was in the garden, I knew neither heat nor fatigue, neither transience nor trembling nor fear. But now, since I came to this land, all this affliction has come over me. Then Yahuah said to Adam, So long as you were keeping my commandment, my light and my grace rested on you. But when you transgressed my commandment, sorrow and misery came to you in this land. And Adam cried and said, O Yahuah, do not cut me off for this, neither punish me with heavy plagues, nor yet repay me according to my sin. For we of our own will transgress your commandment and ignored your Torah and tried to become a Yahuah, or a little Elohim, like you. When Satan, the enemy, deceived us. Then Yahuah said again to Adam, because you have endured fear and trembling in this land of fatigue and suffering, treading and walking about, going on this mountain and dying from it, I will take all this on myself in order to save you. Y'all know they died a lot of times, y'all. Then Adam cried more and said, O Yahuah, have mercy on me, and do not take on yourself that which I will do. But Yahuah withdrew his word from Adam and Hua. Then Adam and Hua stood on their feet, and Adam said to Hua, Strengthen yourself, and I also will strengthen myself. And she strengthened herself as Adam told her. Then Adam and Hua took stones and placed them in the shape of an altar, and they took leaves from the trees outside the garden, with which they wiped from the face of the rock. From which they wiped from the face of the rock the blood they had spilled. But that which had dropped on the sand they took together with the dust in which it was mixed, and offered it on the altar as an offering to Yahuah. Then Adam and Hua stood under the altar and cried, praying to Yahuah, Forgive us our offense and our sin, and look at us with your eye of mercy. For when we were in the garden, our praises and our hymns went up before you without ceasing. But when we came into this strange land, pure praise was no longer ours, nor righteous prayer, nor understanding hearts, nor sweet thoughts, nor wise judgment, nor long discernment, nor upright feelings. Neither was our bright nature left within us. But our body is changed from the likeness in which it was at first when we were created. Yet now look at our blood, which is offered on these stones and accepted at our hands. Yes, at our hands, as if it were the praise we used to sing to you at first when we were in the garden. And Adam began to make more requests to Yahuah. Then the merciful Yahuah, who is good and a lover of men, looked at Adam and Hua and at their blood, which they had held up as an offering to him without an order from him. So he didn't even tell them to do this, to make an offering. Okay. So he really likes that. He really likes that. But he, wait a second, without an order from him for so doing. But he wondered at them and accepted their offering. And Yahuah sent from his presence a bright fire that consumed their offering. He smelled the sweet savor of their offering and showed them mercy. Then the word of Yahuah came to Adam and said to him, O Adam, as you have shed your blood, so shall, hold on, y'all. O Adam, as you have shed your blood, so will my Ben shed his own blood when he becomes flesh of your descendants. And as you died, O Adam, so also will he die. And as you built an altar, so also will I make for you an altar of the earth. And as you offered your blood on it, so also will I offer my Ben's blood on an altar on the earth. And as you appealed for forgiveness through that blood, so also will I make his blood forgiveness of sins and erase transgressions in it. And now, behold, I have accepted your offering, O Adam, but the days of the covenant in which I have bound you are not fulfilled. When they are fulfilled, then I will bring you back into the garden. Now, therefore, strengthen your heart. And when sorrow comes over you, make me an offering, and I will be favorable to you. But Yahuah knew that Adam believed he would frequently kill himself and make an offering to him of his blood. Y'all, that is horrible. Whoa. Therefore, he said to him, Adam, don't ever kill yourself like this again by throwing yourself down from that mountain. But Adam said to Yahuah, I was thinking to put an end to myself right now for having transgressed your commandments, and for my having come out of the beautiful garden, and for the bright light which you have taken from me, and for the praises which poured out from my mouth without ceasing, and for the light that covered me. Yet because of your goodness, O Yahuah, you did not get rid of me altogether, but you have been favorable to me every time I die, and you bring me to life. And therefore it will be made known that you are a merciful Yahuah who does not want anyone to perish. Who would love it if no one should fall, and who does not condemn anyone cruelly, badly, or by total destruction. Then Adam remained silent, and the word of Yahuah came to him and barak him, and blessed him, and comforted him, and covenanted him, covenanted him that he would save him at the end of the days determined for him. This then was the first offering Adam made to Yahuah, and so it became his custom to do. Then Adam took Hua, and they began to return to the cave of treasures where they lived. But when they got closer to it and saw it from a distance, heavy sorrow fell on Adam and Hua when they looked at it. Then Adam said to Hua, when we were on the mountain, we were comforted by the word of Yahuah that talked with us, and the light that came from the east shone over us. But now the word of Yahuah is hidden from us, and the light that shined over us has changed so much that it has disappeared and let darkness and sorrow cover us. And we are forced to enter this cave that is like a prison, in which darkness covers us so that we are separated from each other. You cannot see me, I cannot see you. When Adam said had said these words, they cried and speared their hands, oh my goodness, before Yahuah. because they were full of sorrow. Ooh, had to be the worst. Super, super sad. I think I'll read until maybe read one more. I'll read one more, guys. I'll read to 27, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how good this is. Probably really good, even though this is really serious. And they prayed to Yahuah to bring the sun for them to shine on them so that darkness would not return to them and that they wouldn't have to go under this covering of rock. They wanted to die rather than to see the darkness. That's very scary, y'all. Yes. Oh, sorry, y'all. Okay. Then Yahuah looked at Adam and Hua and at their great sorrow and all they had done with a fervent heart because of all the trouble they were in. When compared to their former state of well-being, all the misery that came over them did, all the misery that came over them did so in this strange land. Therefore, Yahuah was neither angry with them nor impatient, but he was patient and long-suffering toward them, as toward the children he had created. Then the word of Yahuah came to Adam and said to him, Adam, regarding the sun, if I were to take it and bring it to you, I'll make sure I'm on yes, it's correct, on the right page. Adam, regarding the sun, if I were to take it and bring it to you, days, hours, years, and months would all stop, and the covenant I have made with you would never be fulfilled. I didn't miss anything, y'all. I feel like I'm going too fast. Let me slow down. And you would be deserted and stuck in a perpetual plague, and you would never be saved. Yes, rather bear up long and calm your soul while you live night and day until the fulfillment of the days and the time of my covenant has come. Then I shall come and save you, Adam. I do not wish for you to be afflicted. And when I look at all the good things that you lived in before, and why you came out of them, then I am willing to show you mercy. But I cannot alter the covenant that has gone out of my mouth. Otherwise, I would have brought you back into the garden. However, when the covenant is fulfilled, then I will show you and your descendants mercy and bring you into a land of gladness where there is neither sorrow nor suffering, but abiding joy and gladness and light that never fails and praises that never cease and a beautiful garden that shall never pass away. And Yahuah said again to Adam, be patient and enter the cave because of the darkness of which you were afraid shall only be 12 hours long. When it is over, light will come up. Then when Adam heard these words from Yahuah, he and Hua worshipped before him, and their hearts were comforted. They returned into the cave after their custom, while tears flowed from their eyes. Sorrow and wailing came from their hearts, and they wished their soul would leave their body. They were very depressed. And Adam and Hua stood praying until the darkness of night covered them, and Adam was hidden from Hua, and she from him. And they remained standing in prayer. Yeah, I'm going to do one more. Maybe one more. Hold on. Oh, I don't know. I can't stop there. Satan, the hater of all that is good, saw how they continued in prayer and how Yahuah communed with them and comforted them and how he had accepted their offerings. Then Satan made a phantasm. What's that, like a ghost or something? Where I need to look it up. A phantasm. That sounds like a phantom, kind of. He began by transforming. Okay, here's the answer. He began by transforming his hosts. In his hands was a shining, glimmering fire. Envision this, y'all. And they were in a huge light. Then he placed his throne near the mouth of the cave because he could not enter it due to their prayers. Okay. Interesting. And he shone, and he shone light into the cave until the cave glistened over Adam and Hua while his host began to sing praises. Satan did this so that when Adam saw the light, he would think to himself that it was a light of the Shamayim and that Satan's hosts were messengers, and that Yahuah had sent them to watch at the cave and give him light in the darkness. Satan planned that when Adam came out of the cave and saw them, and Adam and Hua bowed to Satan, then he would overcome Adam and humble him before Yahuah a second time. When therefore Adam and Hua saw the light, thinking it was real, they strengthened their hearts. Then, as they were trembling, Adam said to Hua, "Look at the great light, and at those many songs of praise, and at that host standing outside who won't come in to our cave. Why don't they tell us what they want, or where they are from, or what the meaning of this light is, or what those praises are, or why they have been sent to this place, and why they won't come in?" And if they were from Yahuah, they would come into the cave with us and would tell us why they were sent. You know, I had a dream one time. It was this man, and like I was in the house. This reminds me of the dream I had. It was this man that rang the doorbell of a house I was in, but he was standing outside and he would knock. He was like he couldn't come into the house. He couldn't come into the house. So he was talking from out at the door outside the house. That really reminds me of that, y'all. That's crazy. Okay. If they were from Yahuah, they would come into the cave with us and would tell us why they were sent. Then Adam stood up and prayed to Yahuah with a burning heart and said, "Oh Yahuah, is there in the world another Yahuah besides you, who created messengers and filled them with light and sent them to keep us, or would come with them? Who would come with them? But look, we see these hosts that stand at the mouth of the cave. They are in a great light and they sing aloud praises. If they are of some other Yahuah, then you tell me, and if they are sent by you, inform me of the reason for which you have sent them." No sooner had Adam said this than a messenger from Yahuah appeared to him in the cave, who said to him, "O Adam, fear not. This is Satan and his hosts. He wishes to deceive you as he deceived you at first. For the first time he was hidden in the serpent, but this time he is come to you in the likeness of a messenger." Don't that sound familiar? Sound like another scripture, right? "In the likeness of a messenger of light, in order that when you worshipped him, he might enslave you in the very presence of Yahuah." Then the messenger went from Adam and seized him at the opening of the cave and stripped him of the false image he had assumed, y'all. Oh my goodness. Wow. Of the false image he had assumed, brought him in his own hideous form to Adam and Hua, who were afraid of him when they saw him. And the messenger said to Adam, "This hideous form has been his ever since Yahuah made him fall from the Shamayim. He could not have come near you in it. Therefore, he transformed himself into a messenger of light." Then the messenger drove Satan and his host away from Adam and Hua and said to them, "Fear not. Yahuah, who created you, will strengthen you." And the messenger left, but Adam and Hua remained standing in the cave, and no consolation came to them as they were divided in their thoughts. And when it was morning, and when it was morning, sorry, y'all. Where was I at? And when it was morning, they prayed and then went out to seek the garden, for their hearts were seeking it, and they could get no consolation for having left it. I just want to go again, but I guess maybe I'll stop here. How many was that? Oh, should I read one more, guys? How many was that? I don't know. I guess I'll stop there because he left. Okay. I'll stop there. I'll pick up at 28. That's good. What y'all think so far? I know some of y'all read. Oh, Joey said read another. Okay, I'll read one more. One more. I keep saying one more. Or should I stop? What was he saying? Should I stop or well, I don't even know what time it is. I know. I just said that darn Satan. Shape shifting and stuff. What time is it, y'all? Oh, 45 minutes. What is that? There's a delay. Y'all want me to read one more or maybe say something, guys? Okay, Michelle said yes. All right, because then I'll pick up, I'll read 28 and 29, and then next week pick up on 30. All right, here we go. Let me drink something. Hold on one second. Okay. But when the crafty Satan saw that they were going to the garden, he gathered together his hosts and came in appearance on a cloud, intent on deceiving them. So there's a lot of shape shifting going, a lot of stuff they can do. But when Adam and Hua saw him in a vision, wow, they had a vision. They thought they were messengers of Yahuah come to comfort them after having left the garden, or to bring them back again into it. And Adam spread his hands before Yahuah, begged him to make him understand what they are. Then Satan, the hater of all that is good, said to Adam, "O Adam, I am a messenger of the great Yahuah, and behold the hosts that surround me. Yahuah has sent us to take you and bring you to the northern border of the garden, to the shore of the clear sea, and bathe you and Hua in it, and raise you to your former joy, that you return to the garden once again." Y'all know what Yahuah told him. Now here goes Satan with his lies. These words sank into the heart of Adam and Hua. Yet Yahuah withheld his word from Adam and did not make him understand at once, but waited to see his strength and whether he would be overcome as Hua was when in the garden, or whether he would win this battle. Then Satan called to Adam and Hua and said, "Behold, we go to the sea of water." And they began to go. And Adam and Hua followed them at little distance. But when they came to the mountain to the north of the garden, which was a very high mountain without any steps to the top of it, the devil came near to Adam and Hua and made them go up to the top in reality and not in a vision, because he wished to throw them down and kill them, and to wipe their names from the earth, so that this earth should belong to him and his host alone. But when the merciful Yahuah saw that Satan wished to kill Adam with his many tricks, and saw that Adam was meek and without guile, Yahuah spoke to Satan in a loud voice and cursed him. Then he and his host fled, and Adam and Hua remained standing on the top of the mountain. From there, they saw between them the wide world, high above which they were. But they saw none of the hosts which time after time were by them. They cried, both Adam and Hua, before Yahuah and begged for forgiveness of him. Then the word of Yahuah came to Adam and said to him, "You must know and understand concerning this, Satan, that he seeks to deceive you and your descendants forever," guys. And your descendants after you, not forever, because he can't do it forever. But he can try. His time's coming up. Okay, and Adam cried before Yahuah and begged and prayed to him to give him something from the garden as a token to him wherein to be comforted. And Yahuah considered Adam's thought and sent the messenger Michael, so Michael, I think that, yeah, Michael, as far as the sea that reaches India to take from there golden rods and bring them to Adam. This Yahuah did in his wisdom in order that these golden rods, being with Adam in the cave, should shine forth with light in the night around him and put an end to his fear of the darkness. Then the messenger Michael went down by Yahuah's order, took golden rods as Yahuah had commanded him, and brought them to Yahuah. And brought them to Yahuah. Let me see this something real quick. Come on, these pages. All right, last one because it's short. After these things, Yahuah commanded the messenger Gabriel to go down to the garden and say to the cherub who kept it, behold, Yahuah has commanded me to come into the garden and to take from it sweet smelling incense and give it to Adam. Then the messenger Gabriel went down by Yahuah's order to the garden and told the cherub as Yahuah had commanded him. The cherub then said, this is acceptable. And Gabriel went in and took the incense. Then Yahuah commanded his messenger Raphael to go down to the garden and speak to the cherub about some myrrh to give to Adam. And the messenger Raphael went down and told the cherub as Yahuah had commanded him. And the cherub said, this is acceptable. Then Raphael went in and took the myrrh. The golden rods were from the Indian Sea, where there are precious stones. The incense was from the eastern border of the garden, and the myrrh from the western border, from where bitterness came over Adam. And the messengers brought these things to Yahuah by the tree of High in the garden. Then Yahuah said to the messengers, dip them in the spring of water. Then take them and sprinkle their water over Adam and Yahuah, that they should be a little comforted in their sorrow, and give them to Adam and Yahuah. And the messengers did as Yahuah had commanded them. And they gave all those things to Adam and Yahuah on the top of the mountain on which Satan had placed them, when he sought to make an end of them. And when Adam saw the golden rods, the incense, and the myrrh, he rejoiced and cried because he thought that the gold was a token of the rain from where he had come, and the incense was a token of the bright light which had been taken from him, and that the myrrh was a token of the sorrow which he was in. Okay, I'll stop there. I hope anyways, yes. Mashaya said, loving it, sis. It's so juicy. Yeah, this book is really it is really juicy. And it's very long, I ain't gonna lie. It's super long. There's a lot of apocrypha stuff, a lot of, I don't even know, I guess they call it apocrypha. There's a lot of books they kept out, that if you haven't read yet, you should definitely read, like Enoch, the book of Enoch, or Chinook. Yes, Tessa said it's very insightful information. It really is, because I believe you can be saved without the apocrypha, but I don't think you're gonna understand a whole 100%. Like, we know who our enemies are by reading like Enoch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to know more. Like, Yahweh is very merciful. Yes, Tessa. So, praise Yah, praise you, Abba. Yah, thank you. So yeah, all these books that they left out, and that, remember, always go to the Father. Like, we have to ask Yahweh if this stuff's, like, any of these books are real too, because, like, I did found out that Jasher's not real. I know. And then which one? Oh, y'all know what I got? I got that Lost Scriptures book, and the other night, like it wasn't even a week ago, I heard some tell me to go read the book. And I wasn't even thinking about, like, I used to read it a lot. I used to read the Gospel of Thomas. And there's a part in there and it says, like, the kingdom of heaven, don't say that the kingdom of heaven is outside of you, but it's inside of you. And I picked up the book, went to go read it, and I heard, like, this is manifestation. Like, that, I don't know. I didn't read that whole Law Scriptures book, but I know that book in particular, the Gnostic stuff, that's not Yah's word. Yeah, that is not Yahuah's word. So I used to live off of the Gospel of Thomas. I loved the Gospel of Thomas before I woke up, and y'all had to tell me that is not real. So we all gotta go to the Father and ask him for guidance and wisdom when it comes to these books. I've read the Order of the Ancients. I was reading from, in case y'all don't know, I was reading from this Yah scriptures, and it has like the thank you, Mashiach. They had a spammer. They're gone. Thank you, Mashiach. But the Yah Scriptures has a website. So www.yahscriptures.com. You can actually just download it. If you have an iPhone or Android phone, you can just download it, and it gives you all of the canonical stuff, and it gives you all the apocrypha, it gives you all of and you can just have it on your phone for free. So I really like, or you can get a physical copy. I got a physical copy, so it's all what y'all want to do. But make sure y'all pray to the Father and ask him for wisdom and discernment. We all got to pray to the Father and ask for wisdom and discernment, because there are fake books out there. And we just have to be really careful. Not that the book, I think there is I think Tessa was saying there's a real book of Jasher, but the one that's going around now is not real. So we have to be really careful. And those lost scriptures things says that they're Gnostic books, and that's like a Christian. I don't even know 100% about it. I just know it's not real. It's fake. It's not Yah's word. So yeah, that's not bad, right? That was like 57 minutes. Yeah. Yes, Tessa said, yeah, there's a real book of Jasher out there. Yashar. Yep. So I'm just gonna do a quick prayer. Let me tell y'all this in case you guys are here and don't normally see. We have a WhatsApp group that we meet up on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. If anybody ever wants to join, and you can email me at Yannah of Yashar'al at gmail.com. And if you have a WhatsApp and you guys love Yahuah, like as much as we love Yahuah, and trying to serve Yah, trying to do right by Yah, if you'd like to join a group, send me an email. Yeah, I think that's it. Other than that, I had made like I'm getting sleepy and it's hot, y'all. I just want to say I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all, and I pray for you guys. I try to pray for all the Kodashim, because I know this is not it's not easy, and some days feels easier than others, but we always got to go to the Father, and we need, community is really good, and Yahweh wants us to love each other anyway. So yeah. Yeah. I guess that's all I got. I'm gonna do a prayer real quick, just a prayer over everybody before we go. Okay. And thanks guys for listening. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna do a prayer. Thank you, Abba Yahuah. Thank you for your love. We praise you, Abba Yah. We thank you, Yahuah, for waking us up out of the darkness. We thank you, Yahuah, for just keeping us safe underneath the shadow of your wing, Abba Yah. We just pray when the dogs are barking. Thank you, Abba Yah. Pray over all of the Kodashim. We've come together and we are just thanking you, Yahuah, for protecting all the Kodashim, for helping us through this journey. Thank you for being faithful, Yahuah, and just keeping us safe and helping us to just come to you every single day and always seek your face. Help us not to be spiritually lazy, not to become complacent in this journey and in this walk. And we ask you, Abba Yahuah, to just grow us spiritually. We thank you for your Ruach HaKodesh. We ask that you give us wisdom and discernment all the time, Abba Yah. We thank you for protecting us from Satan, from the devil, from all these evil demons, from people who've been used by demons. We thank you, Abba Yah, that no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and any tongue that rises up against us, we condemn in the name of Yahusha HaMashiach. We thank you, Abba Yah, that you give us health and you give us joy and peace that surpasses all understanding. We thank you, Abba Yah, for giving us rest and helping us to keep our minds focused on you and not on the things of this world, but of heavenly things. We thank you, Abba Yah, for just helping us to grow and to not beat ourselves up, but just rest in you and rest in your the finished work that Yahusha, did. And we just thank you for that there's no condemnation in Yahusha HaMashiach, but that we also, we don't take it for the grace that you give us for granted, but just thank you for your help, Abba Yahuah. We just thank you and we praise you, Yahuah. And we bless your name. You have the name above all names. We pray that your kingdom comes, your will is done on earth as it is in heaven. We thank you, Abba Yah, for giving us today the risen bread of tomorrow and forgiving us our debts as how we have forgiven those who owe us debts. We thank you, Abba Yah, for keeping us delivering us from the hands of evil spirits, evil ruach, and letting them not lead us astray from you, Abba Yah. For yours is the kingdom, the power, the glory, and the majesty. All that's in the heavens and the earth belongs to you. We praise you, Yahuwah. You are exalted as head above all. We thank you. And we just ask that you grow the Kodashim. Help us to grow and to love each other, not to be mean to each other and hateful towards one another. Help us to be slow to anger and to exude and show the fruits of the Spirit and to walk by the Ruach and not walk in our flesh, Abba Yah. Because I struggle with that. We struggle with that. But we need you, Yahuwah, and we just praise you and we say thank you. In the name of your son, Yahusha HaMashiach, so be it. Yeah, guys. It's a delay, so I'll just wait. I don't know why it's such a delay. But anyways, so be it, guys. Yeah, there you go. Yes, praise Yahuwah, halal Yahuwah. Thank you, yeah. So be it. Yeah, so we do this every Wednesday. If you're new here, we do this every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I think that's all I have, okay? Have an amazing, blessed night, guys. I'll see you guys later. Shalom, guys. I'll wait for y'all for the delay. It's just like, okay, shalom, guys.